Jaylen Waddle was wide receiver 7 last year, 75 receptions, 117 targets, 1,356 yards, 8 touchdowns, 6.9 targets per game. Thoughts on Jaylen Waddle?
So I think Waddle's a guy you could see get upwards of 90 receptions this year. Like, I do think Waddle's going to be more involved, maybe a little bit more consistent for this offense. And he's a guy that we all like to watch, right? He's fun to watch. He's fun to root for. And you can mix it up a little bit due to the fact of you get a little bit of a discount, right? It's only a round, but you do get a slight discount for a player who has the potential of putting up, top 5 numbers himself in this offense. And I think all of that helps as far as value goes. So I like Jaylen Waddle a lot. He is a guy that I am targeting when I can, but I have not had much luck, drafting him just due to where my draft position is.
So here's an interesting thought experiment. You're drafting a team. You're going 0 RB approach. You take Tyreek Hill in the first round. Do you then follow it up and grab Jaylen Waddle too and just see what happens? Because both of these guys potentially could be a wide receiver 1. We saw it last year, right? They both finished wide receiver 1 territory. If you're willing to go 0 RB and you're hoping to get 2 guys that can finish wide receiver 1, if that's the path you're going, so what that they play for the same team?
So I like that strategy in best ball, right? Because you can stack both, and you can stack Tua with him too, right? Like, I mean, if you really wanted to kind of create stacks, and this will be something that I think would be a good topic for us to get into, as far as drafting, especially for best ball and how that looks, to kind of create those stacks or mini stacks, if you will. I like that concept because it instantly makes you different from everyone else that you're going to face. For redraft, in theory, it should work, right? Due to that. In application, typically where you're getting Tyreek and then where Waddle's coming back around, like it's like a round plus a few, right? So it's almost it's just a touch of a reach.
You'd be reaching on Waddle, yeah.
Yeah. So if you're a diehard Dolphins fan and that's what you want to do, more power to you. You could do far worse than starting out your draft with Tyreek Hill and Jaylen Waddle. So I'm not going to say it's doom and gloom. But typically at the top of my draft, I do prefer a little bit more diversity, especially if I'm going 0 RB, because I want to do my best to make sure that strategy holds up.
Jaylen Waddle, terrific value for where you can pick him up in the draft, and absolutely a guy that you could certainly start off, just a tremendous type of 0 RB type of strategy, because you could go with even a Travis Kelce, you could go that tight end, get that elite difference maker at that position, and still followed up with Jaylen Waddle in the second round, and you've got that's a pretty potent 1-2 punch starting your draft off there.